The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I in the presence of my enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. May I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, kadama we groma beya tela exag beer tanaistalina bashante shante 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 shante. Kadama we groma beya tela where 2 and 3 meet in the name of the Most I Ja. That's so Jaja de. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way if Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and then be safe. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I give thanks. Our mauso bolisa adanuoto e was sick player 4. Atanyu mo atanyu mo. Oh you all adon. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. My name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, the whole family is happy because there's something that is cooking that is about to hit them in all its sumptuousness and palatability. It's food. Now, ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot where they are subjected to some good amount of cooking. And then they produce food. Ironically, they do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, the eaters, who do. Yet every time when the need arises, the ingredients and the black pot will rise to the occasion each and every time. What does this teach us? It's a lesson of selflessness. No nation can ever develop without the spirit of sacrifice. Remember what our ancestors did for us. They fought. They broke their bows. They shed their blood. They sweated in order to bring us here. Why should we let them down now? They fought so many other people, fought so many challenges in order to be able to give us the best. Today, if we have this, what else do we need? We need to protect it. We also need to sacrifice and be able to give back the same or even better to generations yet to come. That is why this show is all about. It is a generational thinking show. It's a patriotic show. Yes, a patriotism show. Here we don't talk politics. All we talk about is patriotism. That is why we say we don't criticize on this show. But if we must criticize, we criticize for just one reason, to build and not to destroy. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. How many of us will plant trees, knowing very well that we have only 2 years to live? A tree that will take 30 years to blossom. You have 2 years to live. Will you plant that tree? Or you rather plant tomatoes so you can eat before you die? This is generational thinking. Our ancestors planted so many trees that we are benefiting from right now. Our ancestors did so many different things that they never lived to benefit from. But they knew that we would be coming to enjoy this, and they were fulfilled in their spirits to bequeath that to us. Are you bequeathing anything to the next generation? What is it? Is it a nation of war and corruption? Is it a nation of selfishness or that of selflessness? Think about it, my brother. We are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is Blakk Empire Media. Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. We are also live on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Blakk Empire Media. Please do me a favor. Take 1 second and click on the subscription button. And another second to click on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be the first person to be notified to watch. Do me one last favor. Please share this broadcast. Like it and comment. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, I want to say thank you so much to ISIT. And ISIT is I-S-I-T, which simply means in spirit, in truth. It is the latest app, social media app that has haters and is built by Ghanaian engineers in America. Now, the good thing about this is that you can go live. You can also make video and audio calls, and even text messaging can be done on ISIT. Now, another wonderful thing about ISIT is that it is 100% positive, no negativity right there on ISIT. Now, if your regular social media is all about violence, racism, and nudity, what are you waiting there for? Please jump ships and join us on ISIT. With ISIT, it's absolutely free, no hidden charges. Please download the ISIT app from Google Play and App Store, and you are on ISIT right now. Connect with family and friends and make crystal clear memories documented. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Today we have 5 very important issues to look at, and I need you to come. Come here. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is most interesting. And it says, Bagbin insists on authority. My God. Alban Bagbin has been speaking. And who is Alban Bagbin? Kingsford. Alban Sumana Bagbin. That is his full name. He's the Speaker of Parliament. Hey, today he said in Parliament that our president is a lame duck. 2, he said the majority leader in Parliament is a limping man. Why did he say that? He said the NPP that is ruling Ghana right now has a new flag bearer. So a lot of people have shifted allegiance from the president to the newly elected flag bearer of the party to get his attention so that when he wins, in quotes, he would consider them for positions. Everybody knows that the president has a few more months to live. So for that matter, nobody is too interested in pleasing him anymore. What he would have done, I'm sure by now, he's done everything. And the rest will remain for us to sit back and mark his papers just like examination papers. My brother, my sister, now the leader of the majority in Parliament is a limping man. Because right now, everybody is running after the newly elected flag bearer, including parliamentarians, because they also want to be recognized. They want to get the attention of the flag bearer so that they can also be considered for ministerial positions and other such political positions. For that matter, Parliament is empty. The majority hardly goes to Parliament now. But Alban Sumana Bagbin made it clear. You were voted by your constituents to represent them. You are not supposed to be running after other ulterior motives than to sit in Parliament, make laws, and also defend and represent your constituents. Now you are running after the flag bearer. The majority is no more coming here. You have already elected a flag bearer. Now there's pressure on the flag bearer. He is the vice president and at the same time a flag bearer. His concentration has gone totally haywire. Is he the vice president? Is he doing his duties as a vice president? Now he's already jumped into the shoes of a flag bearer. So there's so much on him. And there are calls for any such situation to have the vice president resign so that he can concentrate on his flag bearer position. Next time, we have a vice president, a sitting vice president who wants to be president he should first resign and then go and run for the position. That is what should be done. Or else we would have an overburdened and confused vice president who has been elected as a flag bearer, head the nation. And in all these things, it is Ghana, the bigger picture, that suffers. Right now, as Ghanaians will say, Nana Akufo-Addo has seen his smoothness level. Everybody is moving away from him. No wonder he tried as much as possible to bring his stooge Bawumia so he can continue exerting power and exercising power on the people using Bawumia. Power is sweet, they say. So, no matter how old they are, they still cherish that political power and will do anything possible to protect it and also linger on and hang on to power. That's a deviation. What we are talking about today is not about Alban Bagbin talking about the president being a lame duck. As everybody has run away from him, they are now all moving towards Bawumia, the elected flag bearer. But what we are trying to look at today is the fact that the same Speaker of Parliament spoke. What did he say? He said that his house, the official house that has been given to him as the Speaker of Parliament, was almost sold. The government is selling everything in Ghana. Selling it, and whatever they are doing with the money, we are yet to see. But this has been captured by the media. Run the story, my youth. Watch it. Ghana Web says, I did not say my residence was sold. And this is Speaker Bagbin talking. Run the story. Watch the speaker. He says, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin clarified his widely reported comment that his official residence at cantonment has been said to be sold to a private developer. Now, the said comment was made during an address at the November 20 Speakers Breakfast Forum held at the Swiss Spirit Alisa Hotel in Accra. In emphasizing the challenges of the parliament as an institution faces, he mentioned the loss of land and buildings that were still trying to retrieve. And then he mentioned the near loss of the land, which comment generated laughter. What did he really say? He said, I did not say my residence was sold, but this was just a comment in passing that it was almost sold, but luckily I was in possession. And I said, it was when they went to Lands Commission that they realized from the search that it was the residence of the speaker. Don't, after all, the beautiful things that I have said, okay, well, don't look away, after all, from the beautiful things that I have said. Go and report on sensationalism and mar the beauty of the forum. Actually, as we invite the media into the committee meetings of the House, we are developing guidelines, and that is done globally. My brother, my sister, let's get into the thing and not do too much talking. Let's see the letter or the communique that Alban Bagbin wrote for us all to have a look at. This is from the Ghana Parliament, and that's it. And what is he saying is very clear. He did not say that the place was sold. What he said was that it was almost sold. And this is from the Parliamentary Service. It says, Mr. Speaker's official residence and related issues. We refer to the media stories on and reactions to the statement by the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament, regarding the official residence of the Speaker of Parliament. Run it, quick. All right. It must be noted that Mr. Speaker stated the attempt at selling his official residence, which he made reference to during the Speaker's Breakfast Forum in Accra on Monday, the 20th of November, 2023. The potential buyer proceeded to the Lands Commission for the necessary due diligence and realized the status of the property. That was when Mr. Speaker got to know about it. Run the story. Quick. Run it. All right? So we also wish to state as follows. The Right Honorable Speaker did not say that the Speaker's official residence had been sold. What he said was that it was almost sold. Number two, reactions by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the Ministry of Works and Housing and Lands Commission so far have not tackled the subject matter of the alleged sale. Dash it away. That's the point I wanted to get to. That's the point I wanted to get to. He said the Lands Commission is intentionally running away from the fact that the property was almost sold. True or false? You have to come out boldly and let Ghanaians know that this dirty government in power tried to sell the official residence of the Speaker of Parliament. They're selling everything. Oh yes, forest reserves. We have land there, my brother, my sister, that have been encroached on, and they have even been stolen and written in wills of dead men to be inherited by their families and friends. Kakum Park, the other day, that's another forest reserve. We were told that somebody wanted to go in there and mine, because in this country we have no respect for animals. Animals are nothing before us. You can kill an animal on the street and nobody cares a hoot about it. Ramsar sites, people are encroaching on those. Forest reserves, we have galamsey going on in there. We have no respect for the environment. Yet every now and then we go and take huge amounts of money in the name of environmental summits that we are protecting our environment. We have no common sense, my brother, my sister, to take care of our own environment. How many of us travel to America just to look at the environment and say, oh, this is beautiful? How many of us go to China? How many of us go to Dubai just to go and admire the environment and come back? In our country, we don't. In our country, we can sell everything, including the citizens of the land. And I really don't know what they are doing with the money. What a greedy country. My brother, this is what the Speaker is saying. He's made it categorically clear that what he said is not being tackled. He said his official residence was almost sold. And he mentioned the Lands Commission, because when the potential buyer went there to check it out, he was told at the Lands Commission that, no, sir, this is the official residence of the Speaker of Parliament. You cannot buy it. And they are beating about the bush because they are so good at propaganda. Every government institution is politicized because it's the president who picks them, party members, and puts them there. So they owe more allegiance to the president and their party more than to the bigger picture, Ghana. It's so sad, brethren. A sitting Speaker of Parliament, he was sitting in there and his house was being sold, official house, and he didn't know. Until they went to Lands Commission and somebody called him and hinted him, hey, somebody's here that they are selling your official residence to him. And he put it out, and there's a lot of hula baloo about it. Lands Commission comes to react without dealing with the primary issue. Kingsford, Sumana, Bagbin, you are a very wonderful speaker. Continue speaking. You are paid to speak. Don't you ever stop speaking. Speak about the lame duck and speak about the limping man. We want to hear more of that. And we hope and pray that you have good health so you can continue with this good work. You have grown and matured in this position within this short period that you became the speaker. I pray that your legacy will remain strong and powerful long after you are even dead and gone. After all, everybody shall die. Dash it away and come here. Next story I want to look at is rolling on the screen. And if you may just watch, you will see it. It says what? Watch it. Thieves steal traffic lights in Accra. We are so thieving in this country. We steal almost everything. We steal almost everything. Politicians are stealing. Teachers are stealing. Everybody is stealing. Traffic light. What is supposed to control vehicular movement? what is supposed to control pedestrian movement, people steal the lights. Street light bulbs are being stolen night and day. The whole street light is even stolen. And people sit back and watch thieves stealing this thing. After all, it is for the government. It's not for anybody. What kind of a mentality is this that we have about our country? Do we truly love the country? So if you sit in front of your father's house and somebody comes into your father's house stealing the bulbs in the house, would you sit back and say, oh, it's my father's house, so it's okay? Or you would accost them, confront them, and ask them why they are doing this. In our country, we don't see Ghana as our father's house. We do not see Ghana as our mother's house. We see it as an entity that lives in space. So anybody can steal anything from this country. Bankers are thieves, teachers are thieves, engineers are thieves, politicians are thieves. We all are thieves, stealing in one way or the other and hemorrhaging the nation. Run the story, my youth. Just watch the headline. This is from My Joy Online. It says, theft and vandalism cause of Accra's malfunctioning traffic lights. And this is the road ministry talking. Come here. It's sad. Hallelujah. Run the story, my youth. It says the Department of Urban Roads, under the auspices of the Ministry of Roads and Highways, says most of the malfunctioning traffic lights in the central business district of Accra were caused by theft and vandalism. According to the department, batteries and cables that ensure that the lights function properly are often stolen from the transformers, which causes the light to break down. Speaking at the forum on malfunctioning traffic lights organized by the National Road Safety Authority, the ministry said the rate at which the equipment was stolen is overwhelming, but we have engaged the police. Even though we had a formal engagement with them, we are now building a closer bond for them to help us, but to help us out, because it is going beyond the budget the government releases for the maintenance of traffic lights. Hold it there. So, if it wasn't going beyond the budget, you wouldn't have opened your eyes to go and check who is stealing these things. Listen to the reason. Listen to the thought. That's the minister speaking. Oh, they steal the batteries that help the street lights and then the traffic lights to work, and even the cables, they steal them and all that from the transformers, and we have engaged the police. But please don't be too fast. Yes, we have engaged the police. We engaged them before, but now we are engaging them more closely so that they can check who is stealing our cables and also our batteries. And we are doing all these things because the budget that is released by the government for the maintenance of the traffic light is small. So if the budget was okay, oh, you will replace it every time. Let them steal. After all, there's a bigger budget to deal with that. You see the level of reasoning. Dash this away. Listen, it's so painful the way we make our nation bleed. Why should you steal a traffic light? The next accident is going to take the life of your family member. It could be your son, your daughter, your mother, or your father. Then you'll be somewhere crying. You don't understand why a young soul like this from the family should die, forgetting that you are the cause. You are stealing. Do you know the cost of one traffic light? Do you know what it takes to even have a traffic light and program it to run at a certain speed in terms of the changing of the lights? Do you know? Do you know how long it took Ghana to have traffic lights? It came to a time, the only place we could find traffic lights in Ghana, some parts of Accra. So some of us who were from the north and the Volta, we came to Accra on excursions just to see traffic lights. That is true. I came on an excursion all the way from the northern region in a bus to come, one, look at the zoo as a little boy, and also to see traffic lights. We had heard so much about traffic lights. We had sung about them. Red means stop. Yellow means get ready. Green means go, 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 go. Now we were coming to see the traffic light. My brother, the traffic light is expensive to maintain. And if citizens will target traffic lights, target street lights, drug addicts will do anything to keep their high. Especially when you live in a country where rehabilitation is a joke. There are a lot of mentally sick people on the streets walking naked. The ministers will drive past them. The best they can say is, why? And go. The youth are getting hooked on drugs every now and then. Now, Tamale has become the hub of drug addicts in the whole Ghana. Tamale, my own Tamale. They are drinking tramol, swallowing tramol, and injecting all kinds of things. My brother, if this is not controlled, the food basket of the nation is going to suffer. Tamale is a place where a lot of food comes from. And if the youth will now wallow in drugs instead of going on the farm to produce food, your food is going to be affected. My food will be affected. We all shall suffer. It is sad. Stealing. But let us get more serious. Come here. These are the people stealing traffic lights, right? Some are stealing street lights, right? How about those who are in the banks and stealing people's money? There are some bankers who know who has what account. Some of them know when which client dies and which client has no family member. Therefore, nobody will come after the money, and they steal the money. Some bankers even know that some of the clients are illiterate. So when they come into the bank, they help them sign and then write for them as to how much they are withdrawing. They steal the money. They take advantage of the elderly and steal their money. Yet, when Sunday comes, they are first in the church. They sing with the loudest voices. They shout the loudest amen because they want to be blessed. Yet basic things that will send you to a glorious blessing, you don't do. Any little favor, you want to take money for that. It's sad. My brother, my sister, I do not want to spend too much time on this issue of stealing, but there's nothing I can do about it. Stealing is the biggest problem we have with our nation in terms of our behavior. Somebody will steal, but he would have a nice way of explaining that it is not stealing. He is just taking. I'm not stealing. I'm just taking. The government is not taking good care of us. So if we steal the street light, it's okay. After all, we are selling it to take care of us. Our MP is not doing anything to help with the area. Therefore, when we steal cables in the area and sell so we can eat food, it's okay. They promised us that they will give us jobs. The jobs are not here, so we shall steal to survive. None of these excuses is correct. Two wrongs don't make a right. Understand that you need to survive. That is why the unemployed people in Ghana have to come together and go and picket at the Ministry of Unemployment. It's not a Ministry of Employment. It's Ministry of Unemployment. But you are there, sitting down and stealing, whilst your ministers are sitting in air-conditioned offices, drinking tea and coffee. Go there and picket. Go there and make noise. Go there and threaten them. I said threaten them. By your actions, you are threatening them. But you sit down and you don't know your rights. The Minister of Employment promised that he's going to give you jobs. Now he's in power. It's his duty to give you the job. So you must go there and put pressure on them. Picket night and day and make sure they are as uncomfortable as you are. You don't go and steal things that people have worked so hard, gathered taxes to build, then you destroy that all in the name of revenge. It doesn't make sense. This issue of stealing, my brother, I was at a forum with Manasseh Azure, and he said something. He said, many Ghanaians say that it is hardship that drives people into stealing. But it's not true. Manasseh said he's one of the people that truly suffered hardship, yet he never stole. His father was a night watchman. His mother was a housewife. Several days they could go to bed on empty stomach, right from the father all the way down to the children. School fees was a problem. He was sacked every night and day. Shoes to even wear to school, problem. You would walk barefooted, but he never stole. There were times he was so hungry that he wished that he could take somebody's money and go and buy food to eat. But no, his father was also a disciplinarian. We give ourselves the chance to steal at the slightest excuse. Unless you have stealing in your DNA, you should never ever give a reason for you to steal. And remember, when you steal, you are making somebody in a village or a town suffer for your selfishness. I'll end on that. When we return, we got more, but I have a quote for you. Hey! Wayo! It's all about patriotism, no politics. My brother, my sister, please. Patriotism. If you are patriotic, there's no way you would ever steal anything from your country. African leaders and politicians are not even loyal to their country. To the point that even African thieves are not loyal to Africa. When they steal from Africa, they take it to America, to England, to Switzerland, and put that in their banks. And they use the stolen money to develop their countries whilst our people are here under pressure. What kind of life is this? Everybody is always trying to give an excuse to steal. Everybody's trying to find a way every time. Find an excuse to cheat. We are cheating in our relationships. When examinations come, our children have also learned how to cheat. And we help them to cheat them more. When after the examinations they don't do well, and we run after from school to school, after headmasters, paying big money for them to be accepted in place of more brilliant children. And if you don't go to hell, I will wonder. And when you go to hell, you say you don't understand. There are some people who don't even believe in hell and heaven. They don't even believe in God. But whatever you believe in, there will be karma. Very brilliant children from the village. They remain in the village. They can't go anywhere because no proper school would even admit them, even though they are very qualified. My brother, my sister, we all need to be that change that we are preaching every time. I am human. I make mistakes. But I try as much as possible to keep the pace of patriotism. When I go to the bank and the banker makes a mistake and gives me more money, even if it takes 2 days for me to realize it, I will return it. My brother, if I sit in a trotro and I make a mistake and alight without paying, even though this never happens in Accra, the mate will make sure that you pay. If it does happen that I don't pay, my brother, I will go to the same spot, hoping that I will find a trotro driver's mate and give the money to him and say, the other day I sat in this trotro, I forgot to pay, this is the money. A lot of trotro mates will look at you and say that you are mad. Some will say that you are not from here. There was a time I went to a shop. I'm going to tell you some interesting story. I went to a shop and I bought a few things right there in Accra. I bought some things from the shop and there were some people who came around me taking photos and all that. Some of the workers, the cashiers, also came there taking photos with me and all that and all that. And when it was done, in fact, there was so much pressure I wanted to run away. More people were coming. And it became too much. I had been there for too long. I had to leave for security reasons. I walked away without paying. I forgot. I drove away. When I got there, I realized that there were just a few people in the shop. But before I left, more people had come because they had heard that Blakk Rasta was in there. My brother, I drove back to the place after about 2 hours. And I went to give back the money to the cashier. And I brought back the bag full of the things. I said, well, these were the things that I bought. Unfortunately, I couldn't pay because of the pressure that came along. And he said, ooh, it's okay, take it away. I said, does it belong to you? You are just the cashier. And just here means you are doing only the cash part. Are you the owner? Have you spoken to the owner? And he said, Blakk Rasta, you can keep that. Or you are using your own discretion to help me steal from the shop. Whilst I was talking to this person, an Indian man came out. Is there a problem, sir? I said, no, there's no problem. I'm just thinking about buying another type of blah, 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 and blah, blah, because I didn't want this girl to be fired. I paid. And those who know this story know this story. I'll do it anytime. Try. If one man can do it, you can do it. It's not that I'm satisfied. I'm vegetarian. Most of the time I go hungry. People who work with me, most of the time are hungry. Because you have to train yourself, my brother, my sister, for the journey. And I thank my father for that kind of training. If every time you are eating, that is when you don't get food to eat, you want to steal. Train yourself, brethren. It's not about your stomach alone. Be spiritual. Sacrifice so that your children and children's children can also inherit a better father. As a radio broadcaster, we had our colleagues who were so close to politicians, and they told the line of the politicians. They bought them houses from the stolen money and all that. But we decided that we will not sell out. Not for a house, not for some change. No, we will do it the right way. Because of that, today we've been able to earn a certain level of credibility. A lot of people ask me, Blakk Rasta, why is it that you are not dead by now? Because you say so many things, by now you should have been dead. I said, go and bring the murderer in your family to come and kill me so that your wish shall be fulfilled. But the person is right. In our country, you speak your mind a little bit, and you are a hero. Because a lot of people are sellouts. They have taken money to shut up. So when you speak even a little bit, you are a threat to so many different people. But if you don't speak out, they say the problem is not about those who are perpetrating it directly, but it's about those who see it and keep quiet. That is why we speak every time. By now, we would have been fabulously, superfluously rich and would have owned a lot. After all, we have connections to so many different countries and we have met presidents time and again. The grace is huge. There's no country I will go to and want to meet a president and I can't. It's not possible. There's not one such country in the world. Any country that I go to and I say I want to meet the president, there's that grace. It happens. It's not a joke. Why is this necessary? Why is it important? My brother, when you stay clean or when you try to stay clean, there are some things that come your way that many other people would not even understand. A lot of you are abroad. Some of you are in Israel. Some of you are right there. Look, the Israeli situation, the American situation, a lot of people don't want to talk because they fear that they won't get visas to America and Israel. People are dying. You see people are being killed. You see that one party is doing all this. Instead of opening your mouth to, in fact, rebuke that. No, sir, your food. What kind of a human being are you? Yet on Sunday, you are the church. Oh, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. You are praying yourself to hell. Anytime I read the Bible, I see so many different things. And some of the people that God is so particular about, the stranger, the orphan, the woman. Any part of the Bible you read, it never ends without God telling you that, hey, take care of the stranger. Take care of the little orphan. Take care of the widow. Everywhere in the Bible, from Genesis all the way down. If you have eyes, you can see. That's what is so dear to God. The orphan, the widow, and the stranger. These are the people we steal from when we steal from our nation. Let us be very careful, brethren. How much can you eat? That makes you kill somebody in order to steal from the person. How much can you eat? How much can you own? There are people who own so many houses. You can only sleep in one room at a time. Yet you want your name on everything, whilst others have their names on nothing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's greed. Next story, my youth. The next story we are looking at, and this one is international. It says Nigeria edges Ghana out in inflation fight. Wow. And this story is from Nigeria. Today when I saw it, I said, no, I have to deal with this story. Nigeria and Ghana have a certain rivalry. Right now, Nigerians are running to Ghana because they think Ghana is blossoming. You know, there's no Dumso, Nepa. You know, and Nigerians are so overwhelmed when they hear that in Ghana, before the lights go off, there is an announcement that tells the area that at this time, the lights will go off. In Nigeria, Nepa don't take light now. Phew, you are gone. They block it and destroy everything. It doesn't matter which factory is on. They kill the lights. It looks like Nigerian leaders have no respect for their own people. Look how Afrobeat has put Nigeria on the map. Do you know how much money that is? Instead of pumping money into this and helping it grow, no, the politicians are fooling in Nigeria. So many Nigerians are coming to Ghana. They are owning property all over and I am happy. As a Pan-African, I want to own a house in Lekki. Maybe as I'm speaking, there's some rich man there who says, well, I love Black Rasta. I'm going to give you a house in Lekki. Come and watch it and see if you love it. Even if I don't like it, I like it. That's how we survive. Nigerians are here in their droves. There's a very beautiful, harmonious relationship between Nigeria and Ghana. And that relationship will never break down. But look at what is happening. This is NigerNews.com. Omo Naija. Naija no dey carry last. Kwata. Last but one. Nigeria missing as World Bank names Ghana, Egypt, Sierra Leone amongst 10 countries with worse food inflation. Hold it there. Do you understand the headline? Nigeria missing. It means Nigeria is not part of it. As World Bank names Ghana, Egypt, Sierra Leone amongst 10 countries with worst food inflation. And the interesting thing is that Ghana's name is the first one Nigeria is mentioning. You know what that means? It means that World Bank has named 10 countries that have the worst inflation. And Nigeria is not part of it. Hooray! As long as Ghana did there, when Nigeria no did there, for the first time, Omo Naija they smile. Run the story, my youth. It says World Bank has listed Ghana, Egypt, Rwanda, and Sierra Leone amongst the 10 countries with the worst food inflation rate in the world. Now, the report released on the official website of the Global Financial Institution ranked Lebanon as the country with the highest food inflation rate in the world. Lebanon. And we know now war now. War day Ghana. War day Rwanda. War day Sierra Leone. But Omo Ghana, inflation now. Gidigba. The report ranked Egypt, Sierra Leone, Turkey, Rwanda, Ghana, Guinea, Pakistan, Suriname, and Malawi as other countries on the list of 10 nations with the highest inflation rate. The bank concluded after reviewing the nation's consumer price index between May and August. That's it, my youth. My brother, is it not interesting? Ghana just went to the IMF and the World Bank and took a big loan after begging for so many months and crying like toddlers. They brought it here only to cause inflation. You know what inflation is? In the worst of all terms, it's more money, less produce. You have money, but your money cannot even buy what you want to buy. If you have to buy it, then you have to increase the money because there's a shortage of supply. Is it understood? That is what inflation is. All other things remaining equal. And Nigeria is not in the list of 10 countries with the worst inflation rates. Ghana, they there. My brother, in Ghana right now, if you want to buy food, it's almost like pulling hair from out of your nose. Check, Ajay. Eish, Ajay. Yeah. Gobe. That we used to buy here for 7 cedis. Now we are buying it for 15 cedis. The other day, the Gobe seller said we have to increase it to 20 cedis. In fact, to the point that the ladies who normally stand on the street around us here and sell their something, they have also increased the price of their something. The ladies around my area, when I'm driving around, sometimes I come down and I speak with them, get to know their experience, and people who know me know me. You understand that? How much were they charging? Last 2 years, they were charging 100 cedis. Some of them, If it's not last one for the day, last hour, they call them last hour, 50 cells you go get for short time. From 50 to 100, right now they are charging 800 to 1,000 for short time. And when you ask them, they say everything has increased in price. Therefore, maintenance has increased. What they wear, inflation don't catch them. Perfume, inflation don't catch them now. Food, where they go eat, make body, make nice and pom. Inflation don't catch them now. Panty, where they go wear self to keep the things safe in there. Hey, from sunburn, inflation don't catch them now. So inflation is not only about petrol. Inflation can also be because of useless leaders in power who have no clue as to how to run an economy. Our leaders in Ghana are so daft. All they know to do about running economies, for them to run an economy is to borrow and come and do. The other day I saw a joke and I laughed. Presec just won the maths and science quiz, competition. And they are teasing people around. They say, yeah, Ghana is noted for 4 things. Number 1, gold. 2, diamond. Yeah, 3rd one, Kwame Nkrumah. And 4th one, Presec. They are putting themselves as one of the most important commodities in Ghana. Presbyterian Secondary School. Somebody quickly went to write there, please don't mention Presec. This dirty government in power, Nana Akufo-Addo's government, will use Presec to go and get a loan. Will use Presec as a collateral for a loan. Everything has been collateralized. I have to be careful. Because as they see my skin glowing now, they can easily catch me and use me for a collateral for a loan. It's sad. My brother, inflation in Ghana is higher than what is in Nigeria. Nigeria just had a new president. Our president has been in power for close to 8 years. We both suffered the same inflation, suffered the same COVID. Oh, you are. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Please remember to share the broadcast. Also, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit on the notification button. When we return, we shall be reading your comments. Hey! Wayo!
Black Pot, Kukushonomo.
That is the Zimbabwean Heroes Acre. Find a photograph of me over there at the Heroes Acre in Zimbabwe, kneeling before a certain important grave. Now that was built by Robert Mugabe. And paradoxically, Mugabe himself was not buried at the Heroes Acre because he didn't want to be buried there. He got angry that they ousted him in a coup d'etat. And he was so angry, he said they should not bury him there, even though his wife, a Ghanaian woman, was buried there. In fact, in the days of Robert Mugabe, there was a Zimbabwean dissident very important as he was, who died. And he did not want to be buried there either. But Mugabe insisted that dead men cannot decide where they want to be buried. I love Mugabe. How many of us remember Joshua Nkomo? And how many of us remember all those wonderful leaders who moved from Zimbabwe to South Africa? You know, and some other things like that, brethren. Hey, when their family members said, no, our brother did not want to be buried at the Heroes' Acre because of Mugabe's persecution. Mugabe said that a dead man does not decide where he wants to be buried. Meanwhile, Mugabe himself said he did not want to be buried at the Heroes' Acre because of the shame that his party brought to him, his nation brought to him by ousting him from the presidency. Mugabe. So, the President Mnangagwa, also quoted Mugabe and said, this was what Mugabe said when it was the turn of this other person. So the dead man Mugabe cannot decide where he wants to be buried. Let us bury him at the Heroes' Acre. But the wife said no. They fought over it. Left, right, and center. And for the sake of peace in polarized Zimbabwe, they allowed Mugabe to be buried in his village. It hurts me that Mugabe was not buried there, because it's a beautiful thing. There was a time Mugabe could not even climb the thing anymore because he was so old. He would go with this helicopter and descend onto the thing and watch it. When I went to Zimbabwe on his invitation to play for his birthday, that was the place that he asked that I be taken to go and look at the Heroes' Acre and look at the grave of my big auntie. That's me at the Heroes' Acre. And that's Mugabe's wife. You see? Sarah Hagan, right? They call her Nmai. Nmai means the mother of the nation. So I went there, and interestingly, next to this grave was an empty grave that Mugabe was supposed to be buried in. And when I went back to Mugabe, you know the question he asked me? He asked me, did you see the grave? I said, yeah, I saw the grave. Her grave is very beautiful with a picture on it. He said, no, not that one. Did you see my grave? And we all started laughing. Mugabe was a man who will make you laugh. That's me at the Heroes' Acre. See? Yes, we intentionally took it like that so we could see I see my, complaining that who is shot his cat. Yeah, we did it. That's photography for you to see that. If you go to Zimbabwe and you don't go to a place like this, then your visit is incomplete. This is the Heroes' Acre. See? Yeah, Mugabe said, did you see my grave? I said, yes, the empty grave. He said, yeah, that is my grave. Next time you come to Zimbabwe, you would come there and then you do the same thing that you did for your big auntie, for me. Would you do it? And I had to be smart. I said, not now. We will all go, but not now. He said, I have seen my good days. If I go tomorrow or today, it's all good. Mugabe was smart. Show a photograph of me and Mugabe. Yeah? Do it quick so that we can see that. Mugabe was a very beautiful man. He will make you laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. The last speech I saw him give, and that was at Mashingo. He made everybody laugh. You know what he said? He said that the Bible said, and Muslims also believe, that if your hand makes you sin, you cut off the hand, right? If it is the right hand, you chop the right hand off. If it's your eye that makes you sin, you would pluck out your eye. If it's your mouth that makes you sin, you will cut off your mouth. And the new rapists in Zimbabwe who are raping the little girls, He said, if it is their front that makes them sin, what should we do? He just raised his hand like this. And he went, good old Mugabe. May he rest in perfect peace. I wish that they buried him at the Heroes Acre. That's me, standing in front of Mugabe. This was in Zimbabwe when he invited me, paying reverence to the great man. Held his hand like I always do and bowed and said, I'm happy to see you. Hallelujah. I have made a song for him. Eager to see Mugabe. I'm eager to see Mugabe. Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe. When he heard it, he went loco. Rest in peace, Mugabe. Dash. Did I say you should bring comments? So we'll look at the comments. Let them come in. All right. So these are your comments from YouTube and also from Facebook. Muhammad Mubarak says, yesterday is gone. Another day has come. Much love, Blakk Rasta. Keep it up. Blessed. Muhammad Banzia says, it's another blessed day to listen to the truth. Yes, he's speaking truth to power. Come here. Wayo. Raw. With more fire. Blakk. This is MC Scorpion. Flacco. Harlem TV says, respect Blakk. I never miss your show. Trust me. Even if I couldn't watch live, I must watch it on repeat. Always. Thank you. Your ego is to be praised. Thank you. Asma Bandawan says, good evening, Blakk Rasta and your crew. We love you, Asma Banda. Joel J says, Blakk Rasta, I wish there was a button. Yes, a button that I could press and nobody will vote for the vice president of our nation, Ghana. Like I will press that button 19 times. Oh, bros, only 19 times. I will press it 1 trillion times. I will lie on it so that it doesn't even come up. I'll press it permanently. TCJJ says, we only criticize to build and not otherwise. Only Blakk Rasta does that. Woyo. Sweet Papito says, what did he say? Okay, come here. No one is bigger than the truth. Woyo. I'm trying to get what he's saying. Izibril, right? All right, man. We'll check it out later. All right. Sweet Papito says, okay. Eisterman. I think he's trying to quote some of the Amharic that I say sometimes. And Wanini Boy says, Blakk. He says, these parliamentarians, do they work for us or for themselves? Good question. Mumuni Mariama says, Blakk Rasta more fire. Ras Osaje Fudua Bill. Tindandoro. Gumadoro. Mbuabel Zembel. Yenzor Bill. Says, stealing is our hobby. Blakk Rasta. Oh my God. Aflakui Senanu says, hello, Blakk. The thieves don't only steal traffic light, but electrical cables. I woke up last night and all the electrical cables in my house were cut by thieves. What is this? What is this? You are in your area before you realize, boom, light off, doomsaw. Before you realize some thief has cut electrical cables and is going to sell them. Sometimes when electricity catches them and kills them, they will say that their grandmothers did that to them. Is that all you have? Jude Asigri says, good evening, senior man Blakk. I believe in you. I believe in you too. Francis Ampim says, Jah guide you and your crew, Blakk. It's sad when our leaders are behaving like this, selling the property of the nation left, right, and center, thinking that when they die, they will leave their relatives behind, right? All right. Well, Judah Sigri says, Blakk Rasta, please give me small lyrics on your song, Be My Boo. I see. All right. Okay, you want lyrics, right? All right, I'll give you that song. How does it even go? Me, my boo, 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 no number two, two, two. You are so cool, and that's for true. I'm overdosed with music, so I don't even remember some of the lyrics I put out. The melody. Praise be to the Most High Jah. With all respect to Shatawale. He says he's overdosed with music. My God. Jude Asigri says, much love. Ras Osaje Fudua Bill says, our attitude, oh, Black Rasta, we need an attitudinal change in this country. Yes, patriotism has been thrown to the dogs right here at Tongo, which my people are using for light soup. Well, when you go to Tongo, the dogs are the delicacies of the people. You know, sometimes they fry it, other times they steam it. And here the biggest delicacy is the head. Jude Asigri says, dash it out. He says, come here, wayo. Critical consciousness says, but sometimes I think it's too late for Africa. No, can't be too late. How can it be too late with you? A strong man like you? No, it can't be too late. Nizi Menu says the Black Port. Marvelous Samiban. Wow. Says, when did you start speaking truth to power? When you yourself and your junklists calling themselves journalists vow to bring Osagyefo JDM down. Who is he referring to? I don't know. Which Osagyefo JDM is bringing who down? Ah, well. I don't get it. Please, Samiba, come properly so we can understand you. Because what you are saying, it doesn't represent anybody here. Maybe you are talking about another person. Junior M. Cyril says, fire. Dwabil Yunzorbil says, yes, we are on again. Rasmiki says, greetings, Black. Okay. Says, marvelous Samiba. Hey, big man, is everything okay with you? Check yourself and come back again. All right? Okay, so Asima Banda says, good evening, General, legendary Black Rasta, the crew. We thank God for another day. All right? Dwap Billions or Bill says, are you dumb and blind? Are you Ghanaian living in Ghana here? I don't know where that comment is coming from. I think it's coming from Marvelous Samiba, who says, since when did you start following Black Rasta? And how best do you know him? I think you have your own agenda, and I won't waste my precious time on you. All right, so I'm not going to encourage this bickering and fighting. My brother, people are stealing traffic lights. People are cutting people's assistive cables. And you are here talking this. The energy you have, please bring it. Let's all fight the thieves. It's the same thieves that are killing us. No. These delay tactics and diversionary tactics, we won't permit it. I beg you. Okay, so Akondo Guda says, watching live from the U.S. Greetings to all my Nima Judgment Yard squad. It's your boy, Ras Snoop. All right, Ras Snoop. Big up yourself in Judgment Yard. We love you. We love you. All right, we love you. And then Rusty Afizi says, marvelous Amiba, you are coming from Mars, I guess. Well, marvelous. So you see that a lot of people on the platform are not really excited about your comment. This is a very positive platform, and we are all seeking to liberating our country. That's it. It looks like we are on a different page. Yeah, so let's come together, yeah? Let's come together and do this, yeah? All right, so Ebenezer Gomado says, respect to you, Black Rasta. God bless you. I really like you. I like you too. Rasmiki says, always criticize to build and not to destroy. Black Rasta, I'm watching you from Dubai. And TCJJ says, here from the truth and nothing else. I say, we are here and around. Kweku Mbill, and this is Brother Kweku. Thanks so much. He's from Chi-Town, Chicago, in America. He says, before traffic lights, we had police officers directing traffic in the big cities. They still do. In fact, they still do. Yes, they still do. Directing street lights, traffic and all that. Yeah, In some parts of Ghana, yeah, we still have them do that. Even in Accra, sometimes when the lights go off, we see them. Even at places that have the traffic light working, we still have them there. They let us put away the traffic light, and then that is when traffic is really thick. And we love what the police, sometimes in the rain, they are there working. Ghana police should actually be applauded, you know. And then Kambadi Samsidin says, man of the land of Africa, I can't afford to lose this great show. God bless Africa, but our attitude is everything we need to change positively. Everything we do, Africa deserves nothing but the best. I agree with you, my brethren. All right, so keep your comments coming in. We're about to close. We will read the next batch of the comments. Next story. Next story. And the next story says what? Accra smokes on. Oshwabade. Tampiana. And now Oshu cigarettes. Now Bonto. My God. Look at the pictures from Ajoy Online. Watch them. That is one car that is smoking seriously on the street. Imagine we have 5 of these cars at a Ashaiman. Everybody would have cancer of the liver or cancer of the nose. Look at this. And their numbers are there. Look at the kind of smoke coming out. And they overload the thing too. And you will see the car crying under the weight. Look at it. So carbon monoxide. That's what they are inhaling. And then the Okada riders are also at the back inhaling everything like perfume. They don't see the problem now. They'll see it later. Look at it. Smoking. Ghana is smoking hot. My God. Run the story. Accra's smoky vehicles continue to pose health risk to commuters and pedestrians. My brother, it's sad. It's quite common for commuters in many cities and towns in Ghana to inhale smoke from largely rickety vehicles that ply the country's roads. With more cars in the national capital, Accra, the city is known for allowing all kinds of rickety cars on the road, posing health risk to commuters and pedestrians who are forced to inhale smoke on a daily basis. Dash. They say if you sit with a man who is smoking cigarettes, you are even more at risk than the man smoking. True? How about if you ply the road as a pedestrian and every time you are inhaling this smoke? I'm sure that that's more terrible. The kind of smoke that is released there is called carbon monoxide. It's very terrible and dangerous. It's sad, my brother. But that is what is happening in Accra. We all need to be able to stand firm and fight against some of these things. The old cars that are coming in, we need to stop all these. We need to be able to correct our environment, or else we shall suffer. The last thing I need to look at just came up, 24-hour economy for MAHAMA'S Ghana. MAHAMA says he's coming back, and when he comes back, the economy is going to be a 24-hour economy. What does it mean when he says 24-hour economy? What's the meaning? A lot of people are disappointed in this government. Many people want MAHAMA to come back. He has promised that he's going to deal with a 24-hour economy for Ghana. What does it mean? So this is from Ghana Web, and it says, what is a 24-hour economy? Explainer on MAHAMA'S game-changing policy proposal. Now, the newest economic jargon that has been making news headlines in Ghana, in Ghana's media landscape over the past few days, is 24-hour economy. That's true. Now, the phrase is being used by almost every politician, economist, and technocrat after the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, former President John Dramani Mahama, listed it as one of the policy measures he would be implementing should he be voted into office again. MAHAMA'S 24-hour economy proposal, which was being touted by many experts, including the General Secretary of Ghana's Trade Union Congress, TUC, Anthony Yalba, as a game changer, is aimed at helping solve Ghana's unemployment challenge. Some Ghanaians, mostly from the ruling New Patriotic Party, including the presidential candidate of the party, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, however, are not so enthused about the former president's proposal. They argue that the policy is not novel because it's already been implemented on some sectors of Ghana's economy, and accuse Mahama of not understanding his own policy proposal. But what exactly is a 24-hour economy? Now, a 24-hour economy is simply an economic strategy that involves putting measures in place to ensure that businesses across various sectors in an economy operate both at night and in the day. That's it. So, if we have a business that works only in the day and closes because workers are tired and because maybe they do not even have the resources, Mahama says when he comes, he's going to make sure that we have a 24-hour economy, working both in the day and in the night, like we have in America and in England. There are people who go for night duties. Some of them are even paid more. You know? And people who even work on holidays. Now, apart from this, Mr. Mahama, I want to suggest something. This is a very good idea. It will help us have value for money. But what can help this one even the more is when Ghanaians start being paid by the hour. You can't have a 24-hour economy and people are paid whether they work or not, like it's happening in Ghana right now. Automatic pay. Once you show your face, you are paid at the end of the month. Let people start being paid according to the number of hours they actively work. Let's introduce that. It's very important. If you work for 2 hours, you get paid for 2 hours. So another person who wants to work for 10 hours can get more money than the man who comes to just show his face and clock in and takes the big salary at the end of the month. Let us introduce the hour clock. Ghanaians will learn to understand and respect time by the clock system. When I went to England for the first time in 2004 and returned, every second that I spent talking with my friends, it rang in my head. If I was in England, these 2 hours I've spent talking to my friends, I would have had £5.50 at the time. The minimum wage was £5.50. Everything you do, you put value to it, financial value, when you are paid by the hour. This is what I want to add to the president's 24-hour economy. Bring in the clock. Let people be paid by the clock. You clock in at this time. How many hours have you worked for? If we don't need you between this time and this time, you clock out. When we need you, you clock in again. That is when we have value for cash. Including the politicians. They should all be paid by the clock. That way, those who are dodging parliament, at the end of the month when they go and their money is given to them, they will put value on time. Did I say more? All right, so it's a powerful thing. Thank you, Mr. Mahama, for this. We appreciate you. We hope that it works according to plan. All right, so your final messages and we're done. All right, critical consciousness says, Blakk, sometimes I think it's too late for Africa. When we looked at that already, Rap Thunder says, it's very sad, legendary Blakk, but if we are not changing our attitude, nothing can change in this country. May Allah help us and bless our motherland. This is what we've been talking about, attitudinal change. Nkrumah talked about it. This is the time to enforce it. J. Coolman says, respect Black Rasta. Rap Thunder says, thief president. I really like that song. It's all about the truth. Jude ACCRA says, keep the fire. No bagabia, no bagabia. No bagabia can do anything. The Almighty God is your shield. No fears. Run things. All right? Tom Poe says, welcome to a country where they arrest only pickpockets and jail them and leave the big ones who are the politicians to roam about. Abanga Abdullah says, more fire. Let the fire talk for itself. The Salaga soldier, we are so proud of you. Adu Gali is there. Pick him up for us. Come here. You think say you day wise. Adu Gali is my brethren, so we talk time after time. Adongo Francis says, conscious. Tom Poe says, you preach the gospel truth more than the so-called stomach prophets. May God bless you, my brother. Lambong Josiah Wonini says, God bless you so much for your service to humanity. In fact, you are an exceptional person to this generation. Keep it up. Are we done with the messages? Emmanuel Williams Mensa Fiagbenya says, the word became flesh. Blakk, come here. My God, come alive. Cyril Ewa Pipra says, Blakk, things are too high. Yes, they are too high. The Graf Mensa says, Blakk Rasta, GGG. Well, I don't know what it means to say GGG, so I can say yeah. But if it's goat, the new name for Ponching Pumbe. Okay, Abdulaziz Rahim Ukejo says, I'm watching from Saudi Arabia. Salamu alaikum. Kaifa halik? Ya Abdulaziz. Mawuli M. Amaglo says, our leaders are not helping us at all, Blakk. Alexander Kwesi says, Blakk Rasta, I greet you from Ontario, Canada. Please, let's support John Dramani Mahama to come to power and implement the 24-hour economy, yes. But that driving Canada and other advanced countries may stay blessed, you know. And good evening, Blakk Rasta. He says, watching live from Swedru. All right. All right, so thank you so much. Blessed love. All right, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we love you. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe to our channel and also make sure that you always share the broadcast. Blessed is a man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, and sitteth in the seat that is scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law I see I did sunrise and sundown. Him I go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in the season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Let the people of the Most High say, Jah. Blessed, 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 blessed. The Lord is I shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Do I man walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. When you prepare the table before right in the presence of our enemy, them when you anointed I head with the oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, let the people of the Most High say, Wayo!